with, not only did she wear a zebra print shirt, but she wore these like suspenders.
Gray, like, knighthood thingy.
We call it her knighthood. It was like these black suspenders.
That were hooked up to this, like, gray, like...
hood that she wore, and
it was odd.
It was so not...
Yeah.
Right, and...
If anyone was fashion challenged, it seems to be Lily Elise.
Yeah, none of her outfits were really working. And again, this is just our opinion.
Yeah.
So to anybody who likes that style, who admires Lily Elise, go ahead by all means. You do your thing, we'll do our thing.
It's, again, not our cup of tea.
Yes.
But Lily Elise was chosen by Christina, unsurprisingly, to move on. And so she joins Frenchie Davis, Beverly McClellan, and Raquel Castro on Team Christina.
Team Christina. Girl power. All right. So now we move on to the final battle of the night. And thank God this one was the final one.
Yes.
Team CeeLo.
And what a way to go out
for a way.
Curtis Grimes and Miss Emily Valentine.
Yes, who sang Need You Now by Lady Antebellum.
One of the biggest songs.
Wow.
Last year. Yeah. So before we get to our excited reactions, it definitely seemed more suited to Curtis because Curtis's country, that was a country pop song.
Country pop song. Everybody knows it. Everybody's really familiar with it.
It killed at the Grammy Awards this past year.
Murdered.
So definitely Curtis had the upper hand. And when they were doing rehearsals with Monica, Emily was doing okay, but she seemed a little timid. Yeah. Which is surprising coming from her. I don't know if she was still trying to get over the fact that she had to battle against Curtis, who she said was a good friend of hers over the period of the battle rounds.
I feel like Emily might have been more ready for this song, even though it was more tailored to Curtis's style. I feel like Emily was the one who was really for it, but as you said, she was a little timid in rehearsals. Yeah. And I don't know if that's because she was nervous or she admits to having a little crush on Curtis Grimes.
Little crush.
A little crush, as she puts it. So that could have been due to her timidness and watching him and listening to him,
But anyways, when we get to the actual performance between the two, it was Curtis's song to win. Unfortunately, Emily sounded a little bit flat again and kind of pitchy. Sorry, Emily.
We still love you, though.
Yeah.
Still big fans.
I still liked your sober performance.
That was really good.
Yeah.
You guys should go check it out if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so live performance, or not live, but the performance time, it was definitely going to Curtis.
Yeah,
who
for sure.
Pretty much owned it with his, as Adam says, his manly voice with a really deep baritone.
And then we get to the end of the song.
The end of the song. They both held their notes, held their own, and then we see it.
And then the kiss.
The kiss. The infamous voice kiss.
With the popped heel and the hat removed.
Yes, that's how you know you got a really good kiss, kids. Is when the girl pops her foot up and the cowboy removes his hat. That's how you know it's serious, and that's what happened. And to say the very, very least, everybody was shocked.
Yeah, CeeLo was
CeeLo's expression went from rocking out and to and to just shock, pure shock.
Yeah, and it was all over Twitter.
Yes,
for
it's
sure.
Definitely trending.
Yeah.
But in that battle round, Curtis came out on top, and Emily got sent home.
Yes, so CeeLo chose Curtis Grimes to join Vicky Martinez, Nakia, and the Thompson sisters.
Yes, for Team CeeLo.
So
Go Team CeeLo.
We're going to have to split this up into 2 videos. Anyways, okay, based off of who's made it, the top 4 on each team, who do you think is the strongest?
Top 4 on each team? Who do I think is the strongest on each team?
Yeah, like which team out of the 4 right now seems to be the strongest?
To me, personally, and I may be a little biased, but I think Team Adam. He has really strong. He's got Javier Colon. He has Jeff Jenkins, Casey Weston, and
can't forget Devin.
Devin Farley.
Yep. Devin stepped it up with Creep. You got to admit that.
Yes, he did. But as we said in an earlier video, Javier Colon just has that voice that is going to get attention. And Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff has
a really strong voice and a really good presence on stage. So,
yeah.
But I also think that Team Blake is going to come up with the dark horses.
Yeah. You have the country boy, the rocker, and then the 2 kind of quiet, more singer-songwriter girls with Xenia and Dia.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally think, in my happy little world, that Dia and Xenia would go on, and hopefully Xenia would move on to go, I guess, to the final four is how it seems like it will end up.
I think so.
But we'll see what happens. And then you can't forget Team CeeLo. Vicky and Nakia are the ones to beat on that team.
Yeah, Vicky's really strong on her own. Nakia, he may not be everybody's cup of tea.
But he's a strong singer, regardless.
And then we have Team Christina, who, in our humble opinion, has the weakest team.
But there are two strong members on that team with Beverly and Frenchie. And we think that they will make it, hopefully, through the quarterfinal rounds.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, and my vote is for Beverly for sure.
Go Beverly!
Yay!
Yay!
So that concludes the battle rounds.
Yes, and the next video to come around is starting the live shows.
Woohoo!
Where we really get into it.
And we'll have Team Christina versus Team Blake.
Woo! Woo! Alright, we're gonna stop.